So now we're going to look at a graph and interpret it. This is a really handy skill because there's graphs all the time out in the real world and they're showing you information. And so we have to know how to look at it and what it means. Okay, so here we have this graph, and it's a graph of T cell count and HIV infection. So on the y-axis, we have the T cell count per milliliter of blood. So 200, 400, 600, up to 1200. And then on the x-axis, it's the time after infection in years. So after the first year, second year, up to 11 years. And then it explains some things about the stages of HIV and what's happening and stuff. Okay. So part A, explain why F represents the graph of a function. So why is it a function? Well, it passes the vertical line test. Another thing you could think of, well, there's only going to be one output, one average T cell count for, the time that goes by. All right. Use the graph to interpret f of 8. So this is my function. It's labeled f of function. It's this line, this purple line. It's purple for a while, and then it's changing. Okay, I need to erase that because then I'm not going to be able to see the graph. Okay. Changes to blue and then green. That's indicating the 3 stages. Okay, so when f is 8, that means the x is 8, right? So we're going to read up, and it looks like it's that point right there. So it says 200, and that's the T cell count. So apparently after 8 years, the T cell count is about 200 T cells per milliliter of blood. Okay. For what value of x is f of x 350? Now they're telling me the T cell count, 350. So I've got to go to 350, which is maybe about there. And then I'm going to read over to see when that's happening. It looks like it happens at about year 6. So this was part B. This was part A. So part C, x is about 6, it looks like to me. So 6 years, the count should be around 350. Okay, and D. Describe the general trend shown by the graph. Well, it looks like in the graph that the first 6 months, so I would say the first 6 months, the T cell count drops pretty quick. And then the next 6 months, the next 6 months, the T cell goes up, goes up, and then after that, so for the next, after the first year, the T cell count slowly drops. For 10 years. 10 years. I mean, that's just kind of a description of the graph. Okay.